I'm John Lake, an estate agent in Torquay, and this is the story of the little rescue boy. Now, many years ago, I worked in Bristol as a junior for a firm of surveyors and auctioneers, and they always gave me all the horrible jobs to do, and one of them was measure up a large, empty, terraced house in a very rough area called Eastville. Now, these houses are pavement edge, with big enclosed yards, no rear gates, no rear access. In I go, empty house, measure it up, and of course, remember, this is in the days back, way back in the early 70s, before mobile phones. With 6-foot measure, no sonar range, nothing like that, just you and a tape measure. Measured the house up, all went fine. Went into the kitchen, and at that stage, saw the kitchen door and went into the yard. I chucked the keys down on the kitchen table because I thought I'd just have a look around the yard, and as I was in the yard checking out the outside WC, there was a slamming noise, and would you believe it, yes, the kitchen door slams shut. Basically locking me in the yard, no keys, no mobile phone, stuck. Well, I stayed there, must have been 2-3 hours in the rain, could do nothing about it. The office eventually wondered where young Lake was. Sent out a search party to find my old car parked outside the house and assumed something had happened to me inside. Remember, keys were locked in the kitchen, I was in the yard, they couldn't get in. Well, instead of perhaps going to a neighbour and doing something sensible like that, no, they call the police. The police break down the front door with a crash and appear at the kitchen window and just look at me standing there, a bedraggled, spotty 18-year-old in a soaked cheap suit, looking utterly miserable, and they just burst out laughing. "Thank you," I said. "Would you please get me out of here?" Well, they did. To my utter embarrassment, I was escorted past my manager outside the door, and all he said to me was, "Who's going to pay for the front door?" Well, not too good, and that is why I was then called the little rescue boy for the whole time I worked for that company. I shall never forget the embarrassment.